don't think that you know I'm trying hard to show. These days it's hard to tell what's on your mind. Why don't you stop pretend like this is what we planned? I can see the end is coming down. me. They said it would feel so